Hello and welcome back to the main channel, the channel in which for some reason I just disappear on and then come back and disappear again and then come back. But we're working on it, we really are working on it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We are working on it, we're trying to improve. Lots of ideas down, I just need to get them done. Trying to change my whole mindset and how I just work, my whole workflow. Trying to work out a way where I can get consistent on this channel and be successful in doing so. So a lot of sick ideas, just gotta do them, you know? Like, I'm someone who can talk myself out of every idea that I have. Whether that's confidence, I don't know what that is. Whether it's just being busy, I don't know. But I need to work it out and I'll get there, trust me, we'll get there. But anyway, that's what this video is about. This video is obviously about the Sidemen videos, which are the holiday concepts. Now hopefully by now, all of you would have seen a video came out on Sidemen recently called Sidemen $20,000 versus $200 Holiday Europe Edition video. Now, hopefully you guys all know what that concept is, otherwise you watch this video, then there's probably no point in you being here because you won't have a clue what I am waffling on about. And trust me, I will waffle because I've not planned out this video. I went for the concept of, let's sit down and just chat and try something new. So this is my G7X filming. These are my computer microphone here. We're trying a new style on this channel, see how it goes. Because I do like these videos where like they're a bit more personable. That word? I think it's a word. But it's more personal, say. I'm talking, you're in my headspace a bit more, and it's more like a direct connection between here and here, opposed to like a bit more professional with like an SLR and it's a concept and I don't really address you that much, I just kind of do the concept. So yeah, I like these videos, they always seem to go down well anyway because they're just different and they're a bit, like I said, a bit more personal. So, last time we shot a video which was Sidemen $10,000 versus $100. Why can I not speak English? Sidemen $10,000 versus $100 holiday. Now that one was shot in the UK, the good team went to a nice house and the bad team, so to speak, went to the Easy Hotel in London. So to quickly break down what these videos are, the concept is simply, I randomly choose two teams using an app. From that, there's a good team and a bad team. And then from there, they kind of like just go through the plan that I've given them. I book out a whole like trip and structure it all for them. And their job is to get their camera and just film it. That is simply it. And we put it all together and it makes it's a very impressive video half the time, as long as it's all planned out well. So yeah, let me just break it all down real quickly for you. Again, like last time, I'm gonna show you how I planned it all and talk through kind of any mind spurts that I come out with whilst talking through it. Like I said, you would have seen back in March, we did the first one and it's currently on like 24 million views, which is ridiculous, which is great because it's like a whole new concept that we just tried out. It was in our list of ideas for a while and we thought, you know what, let's just try it and take the risk and see how it does. Because it's a whole new different style at the time for us of doing. And as you saw, the feedback was crazy on it. Interesting thing I don't think I covered before was, it probably wasn't even gonna be me planning it initially. It was gonna be a team of 4 and a team of 3. And the concept was simply gonna be, somebody picks 2 random teams and we go on the trip. But I think as we got close to filming it, we was kind of like, hang on a second, like we're gonna need someone on the inside who knows what's going on, who knows about our channel and what people like, don't like, etc. So that kind of baton got passed on to me. I guess because typically I'm known for being pretty good when it comes to organization or it comes to management or anything business based. They're like kind of like my fortes in life. That's the kind of 3 things I'm really good at. And I guess I'm a creative person. I'm not the greatest at showing it sometimes, but I'm very creative. I went to a creative university. That is what I'm good at. Business, creativity stuff. That's not even English. Luckily I didn't do English at uni. Organization, because I just love spreadsheets, I love like schedules and calendars and like that stuff. I mean, that just sounds, I'm really just fitting the boring meme here, aren't I? I need to break out of this meme. I'm not boring, I swear. I don't think I am. Let's start with a couple of things. I tweeted this already, but I want to cover everything. So, I get a lot of praise and appreciation for these videos, which I greatly appreciate because obviously I work on it for a very, very long time. I'll break all that down at some point very soon, I guess. Work on the whole structure and planning it, and that is stressful in itself, and making sure it goes well, because obviously all responsibility falls on me. If the video's dead, that's me. It's not the guy's fault, it's my fault, because I've not planned it out properly. As long as I plan it out properly, everyone in that group is so talented that they'll be able to turn something, like, they can kind of polish a turd, realistically. As long as the turd ain't too bad, they'll polish it. First off, we go through thank yous. So, people you should send love to, I've said it already on Twitter, but I want to say it on here as well. Con, who's editing this video right here, who's edited the first holiday, edited the road trip, edited this holiday video, the abroad one. Kid is, I mean, that sounds so bad. Kid? Sorry, Con, mate, you're not a kid. So you're older than me. Have that, mate. Everyone at home, Con's older than me, just so you know. He's But yeah, I went to University of Con, and yeah, he's incredibly talented. And when it comes to editing, like, he somehow managed to turn exactly what I vision into reality without me even telling him to do it. Which is why I think it just works so well. It's like a perfect teamwork there. So shout out to him, because he deserves a lot of props, because he worked on it a long time. I was out here working on my own channels, and he managed to do most of the edit without getting not too much feedback from me. So shout out to him, because he makes them insane videos. Like, they're good, but he makes them insane. Obviously, when it cuts to the footage itself, you edit it together, it's great. But when you add con to that mix, and then you've got an insane video. The next thank you, many of you may not know, we have like a personal manager who's behind the scenes. We don't really like publicly show her, but she's someone who I work with. It's only one person, not a whole management team. Sidemen aren't some company that have like 40 staff. We have one person who just helps us schedule things, plan things, and she's an absolute legend. So if you actually know who you are, she helps with like me liaising with companies. If I'm booking something, she'll book it all. So she deserves tons of props. Obviously, like, you can't give her props because you don't know where she is, but shout out to her anyway. I feel like you need to, I'm due to give her the props she deserves. And then on top of that, the final one is the guys. I feel like I get a lot of the credit, and the guys are ultimately the content, because without the guys, I can put a structure together, but that video could be awful. Those guys are also talented that put them in a camera, you put them in the right environments, and they will always deliver. There's people like, I feel like I could put other people in that situation and they wouldn't deliver. But with these guys, I guess I know them so well as well, which helps. They always deliver. And then sometimes I could plan so many things out, and then they're the people who deliver the greatest content throughout it. Like, someone like Harry just gets drunk, jumps onto a car in a road trip, bangs his head. I can't plan for that. I didn't plan for that.
No!
Oh, fucking bastard!
Please tell me you had that. I got that.
Harry! What the fuck? Are you sure? That don't get hurt.
Harry!
Okay?
Are you alright?
Oh, my camera's not there.
Oh my god. How much coke is
Look what he's just done. I wasn't involved. I've not been here.
For fuck's sake.
Look what he's just done.
All I did was give him the structure of getting drunk, which I know he would, giving him the right alcohol, which he likes. That's all I did, and put him in a situation where he meets other guys and gets to be drunk and laugh at them. That was what I was kind of planned out. I didn't expect to go that far, you know? So shout out to the guys, I feel like they're legends. And a special shout out, of course, to the man, myth, legend that is Ethan, who has done 3 times bad in a row.
I hate to say it, lads, we're on the good team.
So you're going to have your first good team experience?
I should hope so.
And I'm going to address this now as well, because I think that's the thing, one of the key parts as well. A lot of Ethan fans or people who are just like angry at me that I've messed him over 3 times in a row. So I want to clarify to you how this whole process works, just so you fully understand that it's not like a quick 10-second piece. So ultimately, Ethan's luck is awful. So I'll show you. So basically, when I say we use an app, the app is called Decide Now. And this is the screen. I've got it ready for you. So it says Team Decider, and then it has everyone's names. So all I simply do is I click that button there, and it spins around in a wheel, and it will land someone's name. Once it does that, I then deactivate that person's name, and they are then omitted from the wheel. So that was Simon, right? Deactivate him. He's no longer appearing on that wheel. You see those 2 marks there? I spin it again, and that'll be his first teammate. So whoever that will be his first teammate, which I'll do. Might as well do it right now. Might as well do it, why don't we? So we've got Harry. We've got Simon, Harry. We find out the 3rd person in that team, which will be, let me guess, JJ. It was Vic. So we've got Simon, Vic, Harry, and Toby, Ethan, and JJ. So they're the 2 teams. So let's say we assign Simon's team to the gold team. We have gold and silver this time. So Simon is the gold team, and JJ is the silver team. So we've assigned 2 captains, so to speak. Now from there, once again, I would then go, you know what, okay, so let's choose gold team, Simon's team. I would then spin the wheel, and it will simply be a wheel filled with 20,000, 200, 20,000, 200, 20,200, and so on and so forth. Whatever number that spins onto is the team that Simon would be on, because I've said our gold team. So say gold team on the top, and it will have all the different increments of money. Whatever one it lands on will simply be the team that they're going to be on, or the whatever holiday they're going on. That is simply it. So, literally hand on heart, that I have to be legit with this, because that's one thing I said to the guys from the start. I think they trust me on that anyway. I said to them that I will always do it legit. I will never change it. The only way I'll ever change it is if the teams are identical. If the teams are identical, then I will do it again. And they are all on board with that. They fully accept that rule as well. They're happy with that rule. So yeah, Ethan has just got bad luck 3 times in a row. And literally, I spun Ethan that 3rd time, and I was like, you know what? I'm so tempted to go against myself here, just 'cause I don't want him. I don't want to screw with my friend 3 times in a row. But then I also know that him being on a bad team 3 times in a row is great content because he'll be there, like, I've had the bad team 2 times in a row. There's no way it could happen 3 times in a row. Lightning strike twice, not 3 times. So he'll build himself up to be excited and then be brought down to reality when it's the bad team again. And he'll rage. Each raging is always funny, and I think he knows this.
All right, well, thanks for easing the pain. Thanks for putting lube on my arsehole. Fuck you, Josh! I'm gonna start punching things.
Boys, no, there's always hope.
Simon!
There's hope!
Simon, put the camera down. I'm going to prison in Menlo. I've had 3 in a row now, so that's me. I've striked out, Josh. Okay, I'm planning the next one. And guess what? You're first on the bad one, you shitter.
And then when one day he does get a good team, if he do it again, then I'm sure he'll be able to gloat and he'll have a great time, even more so than he would have if he just got the good team first off. So yeah, that is a team process. That's simply it, very simple. And with that one, I did it so far in advance I had to, because I had to get the flights booked and stuff like that. So now we go on to actual locations and how we come up with the idea of the locations and why I picked what I did. From the get-go, my concept, so what I kind of do, I need to go through it I guess, is I kind of storyboard the whole idea. I kind of like the idea of old school times of like, I don't storyboard it, I actually flowchart it. I kind of like say what I want I have two like charts either side and I go through what they would be and what they kind of like align together. That's kind of confusing to explain. But simply, I wanted to kind of almost nav in between us in a way, or not nav, but just use it as inspiration. And I like the idea of them going to a lad's holiday type destination. So I had like Zante and Ayia Napa and Magaluf and Sunny Beach, Bulgaria down. And actually Sunny Beach, Bulgaria is actually quite up there for me. Because I've not been to it, but I've heard interesting things about it. But I thought that'd be funny, because I thought it'd just be like them to have like a very big party holiday. Because they're so cheap, you can get like cheap alcohol, cheap flights, cheap hotel, because that's what they're advertised as really. They're lads' holidays and that's what they are. So yeah, I was looking at Ayia Napa and Zante, but then I wasn't really sure. I was worried that by taking them to Zante, like I've been to Zante before, I know the age group, and typically you kind of find that when you go to Zante, you get like people anywhere from 16 to like 23. And then once you pass 23, you kind of get everyone going to like Ibiza or where else do you go? Saint-Tropez, Marbella. I guess they're more expensive, but Ibiza's the main one everyone goes to after that kind of age, realistically. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's, in people I know, that's what happens. I was worried that they would get recognized quite a fair amount, which would actually be great, but it would interrupt the filming process, and it wouldn't, I mean, it could make some great content, to be fair. They'd got drunk with like a bunch of people who knew who they was, and like, they had like a whole pub crawl as a group. That'd been great, but I don't know, I wanted to find somewhere where they wouldn't be that recognized. And luckily, my mum come through and said, have you been to Benidorm before? Because she knows people who've been to Benidorm before, and they suggested that it was an old audience, and my mum came through and suggested that. I looked into it, and boy, she was right. So yeah, shout out to my mum for that one, because even so, Vic, my mum is the reason why you went to Benidorm, not me. So the way it went down, my mum suggested Benidorm, and I started looking into it on booking.com or whatever. So I was going through the hotels, and I was already looking at Saint-Tropez, Marbella. I went on to go on like one of those just typical Instagram like holidays, Mykonos. But I think Mykonos has like been too boring. I feel they've done it before, and I feel like everyone like wouldn't be that exciting. But one of those like Instagram places where like people who have money go to, and it's just very obvious. And I was scrolling through booking.com, and I found Hotel Marbella, 1-star hotel. And from that point onwards, I was like, yep. That is it. That chose, literally, as soon as I saw Hotel Marbella, that chose it for me. Because I like the whole idea of the bad team is in Hotel Marbella, while the good team is in Marbella. And I think we kind of overlooked that in the edit, or not even that, actually. I guess the guys didn't care. The guys didn't care about it. Because I know Vic clocked on, like, oh, they're in Marbella. That's where they are. Like, oh, they're in Marbella. But I mean, I guess my troll didn't really work that well. It's just a funny troll, really, but I guess it didn't really click. But yeah, that basically firmed the decision for me. And then I actually started searching for villas in Marbella. And I found the one they stayed at, and I was kind of like set on it. As soon as I saw it, I was set on it because it was just ridiculous. That view of the mountain, having 3 pools, inside and outside, having a casino downstairs or blackjack table. And it just being so grand and different. I was, you know what, that's the one. And luckily we got it. And it was exactly as it was pictured. It was perfect. On top of that, just go back on where we like locations I was thinking of. If I wasn't gonna do in-betweeners, I was gonna go for the really just like random place. Like send them to a random city or farm in the middle of nowhere. Like imagine I sent them to like, I don't want to say a country without offending someone, so I'm not going to say a country. But just if you're at home, think of a destination in Europe that you probably wouldn't have thought about going to. That's where I would have sent them. And then found the worst place in that environment. But again, the key for me is, because it's a holiday, and that's the whole point of it, I'm not trying to make it like a place where like it's boring or like it's like awful or like it's like holidays from hell. That's not the way it is, because it's still a $200 holiday, and I feel like it's offensive to try and suggest that couldn't get you a good holiday. And with me, I ultimately like the concept in these videos being about that you can show that you can have a $20,000 holiday or a $200 holiday, and you can probably have more fun on the $200 holiday. Like, I like the idea of just showing that both sides can be fun in their own different aspects. And I like showing that no matter where you go in the world, you can have a great time. You have a great company, or you might have a great company. If you're on your own, you just gotta make friends. Like, you can be anywhere in the world and you can have a good time on any budget. You just gotta be out there and just do these things, and it can happen for you. And you don't need to go on these like super expensive Instagram holidays that are like shoved down your throat all the time, or like, yeah, like I'm sure you follow different people on Instagram. I mean, we are bad ourselves because that's what we promote as well. You kind of fall into the same trap. But yeah, like, I like the idea of showing that you can be real, you can go anywhere in the world and have a great time. And it's like kind of like, okay, like we haven't got to go on some extravagant holiday to Las Vegas where you can just go to Benidorm and you have a great time. That's what I wanted to show. I think the guys did have a great time. I really think they did. I mean, other than the baby crying at the end, I think their holiday was, I think they had a great time, personally. They may say otherwise, but from what I've seen and what I've heard, they had a good time.
To Benidorm and fuck Orange Team and fuck John.
Anyway, I've waffled on for quite a bit already, so let's actually get to the chronological part of the video. So, I told them to meet me at Gatwick North Terminal at like 10:15 AM. Now, this is where it all starts, because I had to basically get through security by 11, so to speak, because I had a flight booked to Malaga as well through EasyJet to beat the guys to Malaga, so I could get to Villa before them, so I could have a surprise of me surprising them. Now, I wanted to vlog that, but I was in a rush too much because obviously the guys turned up a little bit too late, which I allocated that time anyway. I knew that they had to be there by 10:30, 10:45, but I had to meet me at 10:15 because to give them time, because I knew there's like traffic on the way to Gatwick. It's always traffic in the morning on N25. The trains are never always on time. I mean, sometimes they are, sometimes you get lucky. So I didn't want to like run the risk of like one of them having like a slight delay could have messed up the whole video. So I didn't want to run that risk. I just said meet earlier, which is, I think it's smart to do. You know, you have to have like these contingency plans just in case anything goes wrong. So yeah, what you'll see is I meet the two teams, or all of them. I arrange the two teams, and then you'll see that they go into different locations, and I go upstairs and I film what has been the good team opening their envelopes, and I kind of like do a quick piece to camera. From there, I then turn around and run through security to get on my flight to Malaga to ensure that I get there and beat them. And there's a lot of different hard parts here. So you'll see that I always make a WhatsApp group for each team, and I knew that, or they share location with me as well. And I knew that it's going to bait something out here, because so I do that so I can track where they are and kind of follow them, stalk them, which works perfectly for the good team. But obviously I'm going to go offline. And normally they text me all day and go like this, or they kind of like double check things with me, make sure they're doing the right thing. So obviously I'm giving them an envelope that just says do this. And I fully understand what that means, but they might not fully understand what that means. So sometimes they text me and just like check, or call me and text, or call me, sorry, and just make sure that they are correct in what they're doing. So they knew I went offline, so they knew I was going somewhere, which is why I think you see Ethan like go, I think, did Ethan say it in the video? I think Ethan had a suspicion that I was flying to where they were flying to, Alicante. I think he had a suspicion because he was just like, I think he's going to come meet us. So I think that's why he thought he was on a good team, which worked perfectly in the end for us, because there was no problems. I was worried they wasn't going to get on their flights, because obviously I booked their flights for them. I was worried, like, what if I had made like an issue with the passport? What if I had made an issue with anything else like that? There was all these worries that like it could have gone wrong. And I was in the air. If it had gone wrong, like anything, I don't know what happened. Like, what if, I don't know what I'd done. I really don't know. They would have called me and gone, well, he's not answering, so rip. So luckily, we got very lucky with that. So I get to Malaga, and I quickly rush off to the villa, which takes, like, for some reason, my time getting through the airport took forever. Whereas when they came through the airport, they were super quick. So my flight was an hour before their flight. They was only 15 minutes behind me when I arrived at the villa, even though my flight was an hour ahead of theirs. That's how much faster they got through the airport than me. And I was tracking that the whole time, like panicking, oh my God, like I'm gonna get to the villa, what if I don't meet the person who owns the villa, etc. Like, what if that's not gonna be set up in time? Luckily, they were all there ready for me. I got into the house, got myself a drink, and sprinted out to the outside, ready for them to come. Cause I could see where they was, but luckily I think they got held up like slightly by the security system and had to get the passports in. I think without that, they would have been like 5-10 minutes behind me tops. So that would have been a close call, I feel, because like by the time I actually introduced myself to people who own the house and stuff and got that all sorted out, it could have been a very close call. We wouldn't have mattered too much because I think I could have arrived after them and still surprised them because they still would have seen the house, they got excited, done a house tour. It still would have worked. Then we go over to the bad team from there, which is obviously the purple team. So they were on the 5 PM flight at Southend. I just loved that troll of like being just making them go to a different airport, and they kind of called it, which was strange. I'm surprised they did. I mean, that's the hard part, I guess, because I think they kind of throw out a lot of ideas to me. Oh, this would be funny, wouldn't it? And I have to avoid doing them because they know about them. And I feel like in their heads, they're like all so apprehensive about filming it that they think about every single possible solution that I would think of, and they start thinking like how I think. Which I'll go into it again because I had quite a bit to talk about like ideas and stuff very soon as well. But yeah, so the bad team, they have Southend, and obviously I know Southend very well. Ethan knows Southend very well. I think we all do. We've all been Southend for the hide and seek in a theme park. Unfortunately, the theme park was closed. No matter where I try and send these guys, the theme park is always closed.
We're going to a theme park. Hopefully this one's open, Josh. Hopefully you've done your own work.
I did the research for Benidorm, but it was because I was going to send them to Terra Matica in Benidorm, which is a big theme park, and that was gonna be like a little treat again, get away. But no, closed. So I tried to send them to Festilandia, which is like a little kids one, as a troll, but no, closed.
Everything is closed.
Festilandia!
I knew that by sending them to Southend, it's a good airport to go to because Southend beach isn't too far away. You can go to the pier, you can do all the different stuff like that. And as a different element, I feel like as well, they'd think that Josh is trying to troll them and turn their bad start into a good start. And how Ethan fought in the car was how I hoped he fought, where they knew from inside intel, because I told them the bad team would only be staying for one night in their location because I didn't need them to stay longer. I need them to have one night for the night out and a second day just to stay out and enjoy it, whether it is like whatever they're doing. They didn't know. And I didn't need 2 nights on them. It could have been funny, maybe we could have done second night, but we wouldn't need it. And other than that, what it would have done would have just gone to sleep at that hotel and then would have gone to a flight in the morning. So it wasn't really worth it. It's better to cram it all in and try and go nighttime, wake up, daytime, fly home evening. So yeah, how Ethan was there like, oh, we're only here for 24 hours, that won't work. I think that worked perfectly in the end because Ethan actually got his hopes up, which is what I wanted him to do. I'm quite mean actually, aren't I, thinking back on it? Like, I'm not actually, am I? I'm not mean. I'm not mean. No, I'm not. Okay, so the bad team then finally get on their flight, and obviously as you saw, they had somebody following them, which sounds weird, but they had a bodyguard that I booked following them as soon as they arrived in Southend Airport. So he was already at the airport waiting for them. Obviously he knows what they look like. They don't know him. They know other bodyguards. They don't know him. And I got that simply because I just didn't know. I didn't know what Benidorm's like on a night out. Obviously I can see it on Google Street View. I can see it on stuff like that. I've watched videos of it, but I've never been Benidorm, so I don't know if it's rough. I don't know what could happen. And ultimately, unfortunately, sometimes when you're out, people can get drunk and they can get like a bit rude to you because of who you are. And he's like, oh, like you're the Sidemen, and they just, you never know. Like sometimes people try to start fights with you and stuff, and sometimes you just need that. Or like JJ happened, you can get run up on for no reason. So it just wasn't worth running the risk. But you know what? I feel like they'd feel more comfortable with regards to filming. You know, they've got someone there who can look after them if anything goes sour. I mean, they can all handle themselves. I'm sure Jme Ethan would come through strong if anything goes south. But it was just, I think it's good for them to be like fully relaxed. They can get drunk and know they'll be safe because they've got someone looking after them. Shout out to the bodyguard because he can't have a great time, could he? Because he didn't get drunk. He just had to sit there and watch these guys get drunk and be in Benidorm. And I guess he had to witness Sticky Vicky as well. So yeah, we get to the bad team's evening, and obviously I've planned it out so this time, opposed to them having set things to do, they get like bingo, where they have like a list of things to try and complete. And that whole concept came from the guys just saying like it'd be great if I give more details on when they get somewhere, what to do. Because for example, when the guys got to Barry last time, I just said, here's Barry Island, off your pop. Where I should have said, here's Barry Island, there's an arcade here, there's a beach, try and do some stuff for an hour and then leave. So this time it's been a bit more clear in the instructions of what they can do or should do. See, when it comes down to actually planning the list, I guess that's a question everyone's lips is what the hell? because people have asked like, where the hell have I got Sticky Vicky from? And that again was a recommendation from a friend. Someone I know who'd been to Benidorm said, oh, you should make them go check out this because it's ridiculous. They showed me the video of it and I was like, well, okay, I can't put it in the video because that's straight demonetized. But luckily, the way we've done it works around that because you don't see anything, you don't hear anything, you don't like show anything. All you have is just their reactions. And that's what I wanted. I just wanted them to be baffed. I wanted them to have the reaction of just being like, what on earth have I just seen? And credit to them because they went like, those guys went full in. Every single thing on that list that I asked them to do, they did. Vic did karaoke and did Wonderwall in a bar. It wasn't a busy bar, but they still did it. They bought shots for everyone. Like they fully immersed themselves into that trip. So shout out to Purple Team because they're the legends for that really because they made some great content. I think that's the best part of the video in a way. I love their little like montage. It reminds me of like Hangover, where they have like a little like photo montage of their night out and their video montage of night out. It just gives me like a reminder of that. I guess in between this as well. And then the good thing as well was I made sure the way I planned and structured the video that I like to do is I like to have it so in the edit it works well from going from one like high to a low or like a really hyped up moment to a very dull moment or something very extravagant to very crap. So in this case I made it so that the good team's first night was a very relaxed night. There wasn't much, it was just dinner and it was simply like dinner and what is it, poker or blackjack. It was a very simple night, it was like a relaxed night for them and because I knew they had a big day the next day. I kept telling them they've got a big day tomorrow, so you need to make sure you get some sleep in. So it allows us to cut from like the bad team being out, like Ethan getting a girlfriend and being drunk and doing karaoke, to cut into like just playing poker where it's just like so calm and relaxed and like we're clapping. Like it's like a perfect moment, and that's con for you, picking out a perfect moment and just knowing exactly what I wanted without me even asking him to do it. And yeah, it just creates that like perfect. I think like when you watch about that, it creates like a perfect like juxtaposition. So it's just a great. I feel like the way you digest that is just great because it goes from like this big hyped up moment to like back into. It's like when you do it with YouTube edits. You'll see a lot of YouTubers, even myself. You edit with music in the background, and then you drop the music at a certain point when like something funny happens or when someone says something stupid, and it just like highlights that moment further than it would have been highlighted before. Like if I just shown you, okay, the guys are playing blackjack now with me. It's not as interesting, but then you cut it from high up moment into like just that, it just works much better. Also, you know what is super funny? Bloody Sticky Vicky and sex show, Star Wars, Benidorm, all that stuff is trending on all the Pornhub sites. On all the Pornhub sites? On all the porn sites right now, including Pornhub. So if that isn't influence for you, I don't know what is. Somehow we've managed to influence porn websites to have different trending tab, different trending tab, a different trending section. Or trending searches, sorry. So you and then you go on the videos and all the comments on it are simply Purple Team. Oh my god, this is what Vic and that saw. So I guess a lot of people were quite curious to find out what Sticky Vicky actually was, which I'm not surprised. So if you're over 18, by all means go search for it. But if you're under 18, know your place, you know? That sounds weird. Know your place. I mean, stick to the law, you know? Okay, so then second day, which is what was the big day for the good team, and the not so big day for the bad team, because all they had to do was go to the beach and go travel, go explore, do mini golf. It just simply like daytime activities they could do, again in a list format, and ultimately it was just very, very simple for them. Like I just wanted it to be like they have a fun day out really, and whatever was fun in Benidorm, and that simply just came from all those suggestions and all that list, sorry, for both evening and the daytime, all came from me just going on Google, going on Street View and just searching around. For example, I'd get to Street View, looked at the strip where that Sticky Vicky bit is, and I just pulled along down the road and I saw, okay, there's a shop on the right that has accessories, accessorize your outfit. There's one task. Okay, there's tons of bars down here. Why don't you just go to do a bar crawl? And down further, saw okay, that place actually has the bucking bronco or the ball, whatever, that spins around. That's an easy task. Saw karaoke on a sign, easy task. Because that's the great thing about Google Street View. You can be there without being there. Like in that normal production world, in TV, you'd have to go do a recce where you go out and you go inspect the place first before actually going, where I'm doing it on Google Street View. I'm saving budget. I'm sure companies spend multiple thousands on sending staff out to different locations around the world to try and see if they're fitting. Where there's me, little old me, just doing it on Google Street View. So any production companies out there, save your budgets. So yeah, then it comes down to the good team, like I said, second day, the big day, the day where we get the surprise of meeting Calix and Freezy, who actually arrived the night before. You don't see that in the video, but they arrived the night before. In the edit, it looks like they arrived on the same day. Imagine Freezy's put out a vlog by now that shows you their whole process. But yeah, so they arrived the night before. I planned out their whole trip. They knew what they was doing, they knew where it was going, they knew who they was meeting. And they knew that a month before, because we'd already had the calls and planned it all with them. So then they knew exactly what was going on. So then they just toyed with Harry the whole time. I mean, the week before, Harry was asking them about like, I think they were chatting in between them, like asking where they were going to go, or they was asking Harry where's he going to go, and he's I don't know, and they was like teasing him more and more. Oh my god, it's going to be like scary from the bad team, and they were playing with him, and even on the day, like they were texting him like, oh, like good luck, whatever, and then a WhatsApp group with him. But yeah, they just played their part perfectly, because they've gone out of their way to shoot video for the Sidemen channel and to 2 days out of their time. So big thanks to those guys as well. They didn't have to say yes. I feel like they would have said, that's who they are. They would have said yes, even if I said to them, do it on the Benidorm team. I mean, if anything, I feel like Freezy especially had a great time on the Benidorm team. But yeah, those guys took time out of their schedules to come film for the Sidemen channel. Obviously, they got a free holiday out of it, so to speak, but they still were filming for us. It was still work for them. They could have been doing other stuff. They could have been filming for their own channels, but they filmed for the Sidemen channel instead. I didn't really get like, I didn't even link them in the description. I didn't link them in the description. But I should change that. That should hopefully be updated by the time that you watch this video. But yeah, shout out to those guys anyway. So I planned it out with them ages ago. Now this is what I get into about ideas. So I have tons and tons of ideas for different kind of like concepts of different twists and different stuff like that, which I've not got round to doing yet. And I explain why. So I had the idea of putting like friends into it ages ago. That could have been the first one. But I compare it to like an iPhone. So that's why I held up my iPhone there, by the way. Obviously this iPhone has 3 cameras. That's a flex, isn't it? For God's sake, I'm not trying to flex. This battery is green. That doesn't help. The iPhone works perfectly. So the iPhone of Apple, we all know that technology has progressed much further. These cameras like were probably available, like the macro camera and the wide angle camera, were probably available 5 years ago to them. They probably had it at their disposal and knew they could put it in the camera, it would put it into a phone, sorry, and it would work perfectly seamlessly. But they know if we slowly improve the chips and the processors in the iPhone, and we slowly improve the camera, and we slowly improve the functionality, slowly improve the iOS, make money. As a business, it makes more sense. You can progress tech much further in advance, and you can plan out like a 10-year plan of, okay, in 10 years time, we're gonna have and like, I don't know what we're gonna have in 10 years time. We might, who knows? We might have interchangeable lenses. We could have anything, I don't know. We might have 10 cameras on the back. It might look crazy. But they'll know what's going on. So likewise with me, I have a whole document full of like different twists and turns and things you put into these videos. But I don't wanna put them all in at once. And it might spoil it anyway, because you wanna have those big moments be highlighted. Like, if I put in 30 twists prior to you seeing Freezy and Lux, would it have been as good? I don't know. And like last time at the road trip, I only did the team swap, right? I guess that was a big one too. That was a very big one. But yeah, I could have done more, is what I'm saying. So like each one, I'll slowly introduce a new element, and hopefully we do another one, because I feel like as long as they do well, we'll carry on doing them. As long as you keep showing the support you've been showing them, we'll do it again. And this one's already on stupid views for how long it's been out. So I'm sure another one will come around at some point in the future. But anyway, yeah, let's explain the ideas thing. I don't think that, I feel like I butchered that explanation. Simply, I have many ideas at my disposal of things I can do for twists and turns in these videos, but I've not used them yet because I don't want to use them all at once. Very, very simple. The iPhone thing threw it off. I was just waffling there. That's the issue with me. I kind of waffle too much. Second day on the good team, they get the yacht. It's not a crazy expensive yacht, to be fair. I feel like they know that we spent a lot of money on a yacht in Ibiza, so I think they thought that was the price of the yacht in Marbella, which it wasn't. It was 15%, 10% of that price, which I don't tell you what the price is. And yeah, like I just decided that was a great way to do, like kind of that have that whole yacht scene happen with Freezy and Lux. Because initially though, I was just gonna get those guys to rock up at the villa out of nowhere. But I feel like having them not only get a yacht, but then go upstairs and see like Freezy and Lux on the yacht as well. It created that like big euphoric moment to the point of even Harry throwing his shorts off of the boat. So the things like that, I can't plan for that, but then people like Harry just come through and deliver that on you, and it's just perfect. So obviously I did the usual stuff in the daytime. They have their massage, that's that weird, their massage, they have yoga, very relaxing morning day. And I've told them the whole time they've got a big day, so they're like waiting what's going on. But the whole point of basically the massage and the yoga was to distract them so that I could disappear. So I disappear between massage and yoga. No, I disappear during the massage. It's like in a massage and it's perfect because obviously they've got their heads down in the floor, they're all relaxed. They're not focused on anything else in the world. And little old Josh runs off, disappears out of the house, jumps in a car, goes and meets Lux and Freezy at theirs, or the restaurant that I met them at. We go on the villa, plan it all out, ready for them to be in position for them to arrive. So the guys think they're going to like a beach or something, they rock up a yacht, big surprise happens, planned perfectly and worked perfectly. And we go to the evening part, and we all go back to the villa, and I booked them a meal, obviously at JJ's pretty much favourite restaurant. I mean, Lux, Harry all love Nobu. I knew that. I mean, all of us love Nobu, but so that's why you got the reaction that they got. And again, that's a diversion so that I can have staff come in who I booked to do the champagne girls, the fire show. Funnily enough, they were supposed to arrive back and it be fireworks, but obviously that happened in the road trip instead because I couldn't get permission to do it in Marbella. I had to get permission. Luckily, I got permission to do it in the UK. But in Marbella, couldn't get it done. Neighbours wouldn't approve because it was like a 5-minute fireworks show that I did in the one in the UK, the road trip. So it wasn't approved in Marbella, unfortunately. So that idea got quickly transferred over to the road trip last second. Which, looking back on it, sometimes the universe works perfectly for you because I feel that ending to the road trip video is like so nice and like film-esque, where it's just like this lovely firework ending, where this would have been ending for the holiday video. We had the champagne upside down girls, which was it was strange. That's why I booked it. It was just so weird and strange. We did all the uplighting. You'll see that there was purple lights all in the whole garden to make the whole garden look nicer. That was all done custom. Then we had the fire show. It was funny because they dropped it at times, but they were all funny and legends, so shout out to them. We had the roulette guy get booked to come down to the roulette wheel for them, so it wasn't just like a roulette wheel sitting there. We had the night out. Now, there's some things in this video that you'll notice that are missing. On the yacht, the guys went flyboarding, and I explained that Lux lost his phone. Now, somewhere out there in the world, there is a lovely Google Pixel that is littered with great content of the guys on a flyboard. So if you found a Google Pixel on a BA flight at City Airport, or you found it at City Airport, please email me, because I want that footage, because basically Lux unfortunately left his phone on a plane. I'm going to bait him out here, but he left his phone on the plane in a little seat in front of you. Not a little seat, a little kangaroo pouch in front of you when you sit on the plane. He left it in there, and obviously, I think he fell asleep and then got rushed off the plane and left it in there and forgot it was in there. So he realizes as soon as we get out of the plane, but you can't get back on the plane. Like, once you go into the airport, you can't get back on the plane. Don't let you. But yeah, it's unfortunate because that phone had great content on it. It had them on the flyboards, getting drunk. They had beers in their hands. They're doing backflips, front flips. I think Lux face planted into the sea copious amounts of times, and it was 40 minutes worth of great content. And it's all just gone. It's all gone. But yeah, the whole point of all that up was because the whole evening is shot on the phone that Lux lost. Yeah, and that phone is obviously gone. So that footage doesn't exist anymore, which is a risk you run. And normally I try and get guys to send me the stuff on their phone straight away. The guys airdrop me stuff if they're with me, they shoot it on their phone, or they try and back it up really quickly, because obviously you run the risk of if someone loses their camera, loses their phone, then that footage is gone. For example, Harry left his camera in the limousine for the road trip. The limousine company gave it back to us. We got lucky with that one. He also messed up the camera anyway, so some of the files were corrupt, and some files literally don't exist. For example, Harry was filming when he hit his head. That file doesn't exist because the camera just got buggered. It literally just got smacked pieces. I think this. Wait, is this Harry? This might be Harry's camera. I think this is Harry's camera. Is this the one? Yeah, I think this is Harry's camera. Basically this lens shouldn't do that. It's all messed up. It's all bent. And yeah, I guess because basically the file didn't write to the card, so it just didn't work. But yeah, plenty of information. But yeah, so that's why the Good Team's Night is kind of a bit of a rough ending. But it had a whole surprise that I did was the nightclub played JJ's songs, brought out a sign that said Orange Team, which is unfortunately a bit an A4 paper. Normally, when you go to America, they give you massive, big round, big signs that you get round 3, round 2 for a boxing fight. They come out with those big signs that says Sidemen. So I wanted that saying Orange Team, but they brought out a bit of A4 paper saying Orange Team, which you actually think you see that in the video anyway. So there's a lot of content from the night out there, and it's just not there because the phone got lost, unfortunately, which is, it happens, and it happens in life. that was it for the good team, really. I mean, like, what else do you cover, really? Because I think last time I explained how I did things, but it was quite simple. You just book people in, structure out the day, and it was fine. Like, there's nothing really to worry about because there's nothing else to, no more moving parts in it other than just making sure that their time is good the whole time. It made more sense for me to do a video on how I planned the road trip video because that had more moving parts, had more things to consider. It was harder to do because I had to make sure their schedules throughout the day aligned to meet up somewhere, which obviously was always going to go wrong when there's traffic involved, when there's car speed driving involved, when there's anything involved with motorways or cars. Things will never go to plan, especially when you're trying to do 2 teams at once. Even people just getting lost trying to find cars that they're supposed to find, etc. But yeah, I didn't do that video because I'm a bit of an idiot. So that's just wasted good video and wasted views, I guess, so to speak, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that is that for the good team, really. And the bad team, again, very simple. Like, their whole day, I didn't book anything for them. I just gave them a list of things to do, and they did it, they delivered. They flew home that evening, and the baby crying. People joked, said like, I bet Josh planted that baby so they would cry. I imagine I did, but no, I did not, just to clarify. I don't think I need to clarify. But yeah, that's been, I can't plan for those things, and sometimes perfect things happen. The universe, it works in a funny way sometimes, and completely nices me and makes the video even better. So yeah, I think that was a perfect ending for them, and then to allow it to be switched then over to like a great ending in a club would have been great. We didn't have a great club ending. We had a version of it, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. So I think that is it. I want to make sure that I've covered that, really, because I feel like there was a lot of things to cover, and then suddenly it just ended out of nowhere. I've waffled on a lot, I know that much, but I feel like there's a lot of things to cover, and I don't know if I've covered them all. I guess the bad team had more planning this time than the good team, which is strange, because normally the good team has all the planning. But it wasn't. It was actually aligning, making sure that Freezing Lux turned up on time and met me, and then getting them. That was the focus for me, really, was making sure that they got to the surprise and it worked properly and not mess up. And Harry, actually, that's the interesting information. Harry almost ruined it the whole time. So this was shot when FIFA came out, if you realise. Bad timing on my part, but the whole video was shot when I think EA Access came out, or the whole game maybe. So Harry was trying to get on to open packs. I think he had to try and get on his account or something, but he needed Freeze Your Lux to help him out to do it. And they say he was in the same country as him, so they couldn't do it. So Harry was there fuming that I need to get someone to go to mine to turn on my Xbox to get my account or whatever. I guess he get his account details. So yeah, he nearly blew our cover. He started talking about dinner, and I texted Freezing Lux like, oh my god, like Harry's about to text you about going to his room to sort out something for him. You're gonna have to like not do it, or try and work out an excuse. So like they were prepared, luckily. But yeah, I think that's kind of the general gist of it. I discussed it in my last recording, but we have like a ton of different concepts like this that are down to do in the future potentially, as long as, I mean, this one's gone well, so I'm sure we will do them. Whether it'll be me hosting it anymore, I don't know. Whether it'll be different like concepts, different ways they work, different challenges. Will it be a random map? I don't know. That's something for us to talk about between us and work on. Like I said, as long as you keep showing support from, we'll keep doing them. That's how it kind of works. We've got like our little Tinder Real Life series does really well. We got this one does really well. We've got to start working on a new series that is completely different to all of these. What will that be? Who knows? I guess you decide. One day you'll decide that a video will do well by watching it, and then we'll go, that's our new series. I mean, I think by the 3rd time now of doing these videos, I've got a lot better at doing it. And I guess to give you a breakdown, like I probably sat in calls for a good like 60 to 80 hours in regards to planning the videos out and getting the time right. The actual original edit of this video was close to 3 hours. We brought it down to 2 hours 13. Probably would try to get it down even less, but I think in the end we decided, you know what, like if we take anything out, we're losing content. And I feel like you guys would have been happy for being 2 hours, which, but judging by the response, everyone was very, very happy for being 2 hours. For some reason people keep pushing. It's a weird thing to have. Normally back in the day, people complaining videos were too long. Like I'm talking about 5-6 years ago. But now, if we do like a short Sidemen Sunday, everyone gets on our back and goes, how dare you do that on your 20-minute Sidemen Sunday? I guess people actually watch it like it's TV these days, like a weekly TV show. But it's crazy to think that we can make like a 2 hour, 30-minute video and most of you guys watch the whole thing and love it. That's a whole different world. I guess that literally is like the real cyber movie coming out. We did the trailer for April Fool's ages ago. That's almost like the cyber movie actually existing and coming out. I'm gonna wrap it up there because my throat is starting to feel like it's gonna go ropey in a second. I'm gonna start coughing everywhere. I probably waffled on for a lot too long than I should have, but I tried to keep it as concise as I could, whilst almost giving as much information as I can. Obviously I could go through here and sit and chat to you about like how I had every single detail and how I came up with every single idea, but it'll be a 2-hour video as well. I'm not sure that's worth watching. But by all means, do suggest some more different concepts we can do that involve a price that is low and a price that is high. I know like a popular one in the comments was about like a boat trip, which simply like one team goes like a fishing boat, and has to fish for their food and like a bit rough in the rough sea, and then one team like a lovely yacht in the sun. So there's a lot of different concepts you can do, obviously, and I'm sure we need to sit down once JJ's whole fight thing happens. And we get towards the end of the year, I'm sure we can start planning out videos for next year and make sure that 2020 again is a big year for the Sidemen. So 2019 has been like a crazy year for us. Like, we've been doing crazy amounts of videos. Like, we grinded all the way through August and September like crazy to ensure that JJ could go to training camp in America and not be distracted by having to do Sidemen videos. You may realize like all the videos that we've done on Sidemen channel or more Sidemen have been recorded a while ago now. Some even like over a month ago. But that was what we had to do to make sure JJ was given him the best possible chance of beating Logan, basically. So yeah, that's next thing that's going to happen soon. Obviously, the big JJ and Logan fight. So obviously, get behind JJ, support him. God knows what's going to happen in that one. Honestly, God knows. I've got more videos that I'm currently working on. I've got 2 main channel videos that I'm currently working on for this channel as we speak. So hopefully, I do them. Other than that, as always, like I say all the time, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of these videos where I break down like behind the scenes, I will try and do them. I would like just the way I see it. The way it's so bad, but I'm good. If you just get at me on Twitter, just say, you know what, you should do this, do this, do this. I typically tend to do it more often if I get hounded. And yeah, on top of that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Once you are subscribed, make sure you smack the bell next to it to ensure you get notified of any videos that I do in the future. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to Sidemen and more Sidemen. If you haven't, then what are you doing? We're trying to get Sidemen to 10 million subscribers. Hopefully that's a 2020 goal that can happen. I would like my own little diamond plaque, you know, it'd be quite cool if we could all 7 of us get a little diamond plaque. That'd be super cool. I will see you guys next time. Hopefully I covered everything. I'm kind of like delaying this outro right now because I'm trying to think, is there anything else I should have said? I don't know. I feel like I covered enough. I'll quickly type out some notes in front of me just make sure I covered everything that was there. I feel like I've got everything, so hopefully I did. If I didn't, then by all means tweet me some questions you have about it and I'll try and get back to some of you. Or write in the comments and maybe I'll get back to some comments as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
I'm a Mercus, bare excitement like it's a circus. Wanna see more exciting things? Check my YouTube channel on Zerkaa. If you hear something in my bar you think I didn't even know that I said, boy better know when I'm on the mic and I speak, better know that I said it on purpose. That's right, I'm a Mercus, saying it again. Pass me a pen. Black Drew's gonna make tunes right past them. My moustache turns grey like Ken. Yeah, haters gonna hate, you can't stop them, fam.